Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and yeah, I got to tell you, man, we had a nice time while we were there, and it's really interesting. If anybody ever has the opportunity of going to Lancaster, and I only say Lancaster because it is literally, it's Amish country. It is the Dutch of Pennsylvania is what it is. Dutch, which is another, I don't know if it's another word for German, but that's how the Dutch of Pennsylvania, which is usually the Amish. Anyhow, whatever. But, you know, we spent time over there. We went to that jam and relish store. And I got, man, that is one heck of a store, man. If anything, I'll be honest with you, I had not realized that the Amish got into that heavy on making all these different products. I mean, they literally have anything you could possibly need. Jams, mustard, salsa, pickles, beets. Like, their beets were amazing. But they had all different kinds of beets. I actually tried a beet. It was a hot beet, like a pickled beet. Yeah, it left a tingle in my mouth, man. It was pretty hot.
I didn't try that.
There was another guy that asked me, and I was just messing around. He asked me, he said, "How is that?" And I said, "Oh, it's wonderful. Try it." And he tried it, and the freaking guy was going, "Oh my goodness!" He was burning his mouth, you know. I had to, but you know, the Amish are very humble, very happy people. And when you're in that area, like we were in Intercourse, Pennsylvania, that's where this was located. Intercourse, PA is pretty much Lancaster County. And you just see Amish all over the place. They're everywhere. They're riding their horse and buggies. They have these bicycles that they use that do not have like pedals. I don't know why that is. I don't know why. It's almost, I don't even know what you call them. But you put one foot up and you use the other one to, you know, to move the bike. I seen one Amish kid yesterday. He had one. It was bright orange. It was all decked out, man. He had like the sporty edition, you know. But I really wish that I could have recorded how the girls were cooking and what they were doing in the background in that store. But you can't. I was permitted only to take pictures. They didn't want me to film, and I respect that. I was just glad that they allowed me to take pictures. I got pictures of pretty much most, if not all, of the product that they had there. Not everything, but a good majority of what's in there. And I didn't really try a whole lot of taste testing. You did.
I did.
But I didn't try any of the jams.
Yeah, I did try most of the jams, and they're really good. It's not too sweet, and it's not overpowering taste. And you can taste if they said if it's like raspberry or blackberry. You can really taste the blackberry and the raspberries on them.
Yeah.
And I like it because it's not sweet. I don't like stuff that are too sweet.
Yeah, if it's overpowered with like sugar. That's yeah, no. The only thing I tried was I tried your pickles, which were amazing.
I did try the sweet one.
The sweet pickles. That would be like the butter pickles that we have. They're pretty sweet. And then I tried the beets, the pickled beets. And then there was a couple sauces, like hot. They have all these hot sauces that I tried. And they just have like the little, they're like oyster crackers.
Yeah, oyster crackers.
And you just apply however much you want on that little cracker, and you taste test it. Everything that I tried, which wasn't a whole lot, but everything that I tried was amazing. It was so tasty, and it was just wonderful. But you know, this is the thing that really, what I love about the Amish. You know, you're getting that product that they're making, okay? You're getting that directly out of their ground. It's what they grew, you know? It's like their how do I want to say it? It's their vegetables, it's their fruits. And so you're getting everything that they planted for the season, and they're making this stuff. And it is so, and let's face it, there ain't nothing better than homemade.
Yeah,
There's nothing better than homemade. I don't know what it is about the Amish, but they know, those ladies know what they are doing when it comes to baking and making foods. They know what they're doing. They say that it stems from generation to generation. So usually the women are in the kitchens, and whether they're learning this from grandma or whoever, all this stuff is learned generation to generation. So it's pretty awesome stuff.
Yes, it is.
You know,
Really good stuff.
really good stuff. If you ever get the opportunity to go to Lancaster County, go there. You're going to see lots of Amish people, and I would suggest that you go, you know, at summertime, where you can actually drive the roads and you can see their farms and see their crops. You know, you can just see how hardworking they really are, because their farms are so clean. Their crops, the crops just blow me out of the water. I don't know what it is, but their crops are just so healthy looking. And like the corn is so, like, it's like got a real dark green. It's just really fresh looking, you know what I mean? And it's big. It's like it's big too. And then you go maybe a mile down the road, you see Farmer Joe's crops, and they don't look so good. It's just, I'm not putting our own farmers down or anything, but it's the truth. I don't know what it is that the Amish are doing that are so different. Maybe it's they pray over their crops. Maybe that's what it is. You know? But I'm pretty sure Farmer
They do
Joe...
it differently, probably.
Yeah, things are a lot different. So after we left there, guys, we stayed at the Candle Light Suits.
Candlewood.
What is it?
Candlewood.
Candlewood Suits. The place,
Sweets.
Whatever. What is it?
Candlewood Sweets.
Candlewood Sweets. The place was nice. We had a nice room. I got a little footage of the kitchen that they have in each room, and I think that, you know, that's pretty smart to do. You know, for them to think about that. You know, most places you go and stay, you just have a hotel room itself. You have a bed, a countertop, a phone. You know what I mean?
Desk. Yeah.
This place here, Candlewood. What is it?
Sweets.
Yeah, Candlewood Sweets. They really thought it through, because they put in a kitchenette where they have a microwave, they have a coffee maker, they have a
Sink.
dishwasher, a sink.
Yes.
And if there's something else that you want to use, okay, they provide that for free to you.
Yes.
They have an area where you go out. They got a section where they have, like, they got slow cookers. They got blenders. They got anything you can think of that you would need. I think that was a brilliant idea. It really was a brilliant idea, because a lot of people, if you're on a business trip and you're there and you don't want to always have to go out and order food, and you want to just grab a few things, take it back, you could actually cook for yourself, you know, which was pretty nice. They have a stovetop. Pots and pans. They got plates. They got bowls. They got coffee cups. They got a strainer if you want to have.
Spoon and forks.
Spoon and forks. So that was a brilliant idea to come up with that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, here it is now. We're settling in for the night. I had turned the TV on. I was watching a little bit of TV. Ernida had already fallen asleep. And I was just trying to settle down for the evening. I was going through some different footage that I had taken throughout the day. And I go to bed. I think it was, I don't know, 10 o'clock, something like that, where I finally decided to try to get some sleep. And next thing you know, here it is, midnight. Yes. We're waking up and we're hearing this. It's like water hitting the window on the outside. It just kept continuously slamming into our window. And she had heard it first, and she said, "It's raining outside."
That's what I thought.
And I said, I was listening to this thing, and I'm like, yeah, but it's like hitting the same, it's hitting the window at the same time, like consistently. And I'm like, that doesn't sound right. So I open up the window and I look, and it's the sprinkler system that they have in the yard. And what it was doing was it was just sporadically going crazy, and it kept slamming into the windows, shooting water up against our window. This is at midnight, y'all. This went on for
an hour.
At least an hour.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, okay, it's on a timer. It'll shut off. I don't know if the guy out front, if he managed to find a way to shut it off.
Yes.
Or if it was on a timer. But I can't imagine that being on a timer for 2 hours.
And being on a timer in the midnight.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who watered the lawn?
Well, the best time is very, very early in the morning.
But not in midnight.
Well, so that was the one part that, well, you just couldn't sleep when that was happening. The other thing was, I kept hearing this slamming noise. It's like, I don't know if somebody was slamming a door, but it was constantly. It was like outside of our door, and every time I would go out and look, there's nobody there. There was nobody around. I'm like, where is this slamming noise coming from? Did you hear the slamming?
No.
It was like, I don't know if it was like housekeeping, like being extremely loud, but every time I'd hear it, it would happen like 3 or 4 times, and then I'd go to the door and I'd look in the hall and there's like nobody around, and I'm like, what the heck is causing that? So that still is a mystery. It's still a mystery. But as far as the hotel itself, Candlewood Suite was, it wasn't bad. It really wasn't a bad place at all.
Yeah.
I would recommend it.
Yes, I would say.
And if you're traveling and you got family, instead of you paying that higher prices to order food, things like that, just go get yourself some food and you can cook it yourself.
Yes.
You know? I don't know. So we had a nice time, guys. We had a really nice time in Lancaster, PA. And we also was able to go, I took Ernida to a Filipino store.
Yeah.
Where we went there, we got some hot foods. Finally was able to sit down and have Filipino dinner.
Yes.
and we got some other things while we were there, so it wasn't too bad. Considering the weather's really crappy right now. It's been raining very hard. What is it? What was that tropical storm?
Gordon, I guess.
Gordon? Yeah, we're getting the effects from Gordon, from that hit down in Florida. It's just been raining non-stop, and it's just really crappy right now. So that's pretty much it, huh?
Yes.
Okay, guys. Just thought we'd fill you in a little bit on how our trip was. I'm going to have some videos coming out on this stuff. And keep it real, love one another, and we will talk to you guys again in the next vid. Peace.
Bye.
What?
Bye.
Tell me bye, tell them bye.